Mr. President, we've all heard the legal maxim, justice delayed is justice denied, and it's really applicable what's going on in the Senate today. So far this year, the Senate has confirmed 2 judicial nominations, just 2. This has been in more than 4 months. By contrast, in 2007, my first year as Majority Leader, during the Bush administration, we had already confirmed 16 nominations. If the Republican majority keeps up their current trend of ignoring judicial nominees, by the end of this year, we will have confirmed 5 for the entire year. The last time the Senate confirmed so few presidential judicial nominations was, unsurprisingly, the Republican majority here in the Senate at the end of the Clinton administration. It's funny how history repeats itself. Federal courts depend on the Senate to do its job so justice can be dispensed in courtrooms all across the country. As of today, there are 55 federal court vacancies, 24 of which are classified as emergencies. At the beginning of the year, there were only 12 judicial emergencies. Now it's double that, 24. These vacancies create a backlog of cases, effectively delaying justice for plaintiffs and defendants, for prosecutors and the accused, and for the sitting judges who are trying their best to administer justice. But they can't do their work because they are so overwhelmed with work. This is really unconscionable. It's no wonder the Republicans are scrambling for cover on judicial nominations. They're scrambling because they've been ignoring their constitutional duty. Everyone should look at Felipe Restrepo, who wants, at the President's direction, to be a nominee to the Third Circuit Court of Appeals. It's in Pennsylvania and other places. Very important circuit. And despite being nominated by the President 6 months ago, this man is not even going to be on the calendar. So Restrepo and others will not be on the agenda, despite the fact that this Philadelphia-based seat is an emergency, a judicial emergency. They just ignore people like Restrepo. They say we only have a few people on the calendar. Why aren't there more on the calendar? Because they don't have scheduled hearings. Now, Restrepo won't be on the agenda in spite of the fact that the junior senator from Pennsylvania, who said Restrepo would be a, quote, superb addition to the Third Circuit. Why doesn't he come here, the junior senator from Pennsylvania, and talk about this man being held up by his own party? There's no reason that he's held up for 6 months other than the Republicans just simply want to do everything they can to create problems for President Obama. But it's not a problem for President Obama. President Obama is doing just fine. It's for the people that I've talked about, the prosecutors, those who are accused of crimes, plaintiffs and defendants in civil cases, and of course the judges. Republicans couldn't defend their trying to shut down the Department of Homeland Security. They tried. They tried to block Loretta Lynch's confirmation. They couldn't get that on. So now they want to block President Obama's judges. Our court should be above political gamesmanship. Qualified judicial nominees like Mr. Restrepo deserve their vote in the Senate.